Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going well. How about you?
Good, thanks. Sorry, what are you Neil? Oops, looks like I lost you.
Yes, Neil here.
Cool. All right, there we go.
Correct.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for taking the call. Just interested in hearing what you guys offer and how you guys work.
Absolutely. And so before we begin, may I know like who is our common connect who referred our services to you?
His name is John Lappy.
John Lappy. Yes, yes, yes. So I just wanted to maybe kind of share his experiences along the way, or maybe he would have already done it. So we'll just talk about the services what we have and how we are solving the biggest problem is the dealership hassles at the time of purchasing a new or a pre-owned vehicle. Uh, we all know they make us wait for 3 hours and they make you go in circles and spin around the numbers and manipulate the
Hmm.
data and always say, yeah, you are winning the deal. And then actually, they are actually making the money and we are losing it on the other end. And so that was initiated because of my personal experience back in 2019 and 20 when I was doing my master's in biomedical informatics at Arizona State University. And then I decided that, okay, I'm about to graduate. Let me go and buy a new car. And then I realized that you can't just go anywhere. You have to walk into a dealership, and it takes all the energy out of you, and five salespeople will be on your head and trying to make you agree to the numbers that they want you to agree on and the car that they want to sell it, not the one what you want. Long story short, I ended up going to 15 different dealership. So I was looking for the Nissan SUV back then, so based in Arizona, next to California. And so there are 12 Nissan dealerships in the Phoenix greater region, and one in Tucson, one in Flagstaff, and one in the suburbs. So I took 7 days of leave from work. Very crazy, but then I said that I need to save money because I was on a shoestring budget. And coming from a very sharp mathematical background, I thought that I can bring a difference in terms of how I go back and forth on the pricing and ensure that I can take home some savings and not pay any additional dealership shenanigans or the markups or the add-ons that they use to bloat up the pricing. And it was not like just going to Safeway or Fry's or Walmart that the price will be the same across all the different regions. It was all the same make and model, the same color, the same trim level, the same packages what I was looking for. All, guess what? All 15 dealership gave me a different price.
Yep.
And so that was a
Yes.
aha and the realization moment that rather than negotiating with the dealership who is offering at the highest price, how about I just initiate the negotiations with the dealership who has already offered a lower price and then bring that price even lower. Then that helps us to fetch more discounts and fetch more savings along the way. And I did this process for 7 days, and then I was back to work and I didn't talk anything about it. But my friends got to know, and then I shared the quotation, I shared the paperwork and the contract which we do, and they were blown away with the savings and the price at which I was able to purchase the car. And that was the beginning and the inception of Car Concierge Pro. It went in the social circles and the friends of the friends, and they said, "Do it for my wife, do it for my mom, do it for me because I'm occupied, I'm traveling, etc." And as a concierge and a consultant, from the day one, our objective was to support the customers, support the buyers, support the sellers, and not the dealership. So we are not affiliated with any dealership or any manufacturer whatsoever. Whatever the car you are looking for, you get the exact car. We work with multiple dealership. Will curate and will market research and will reach out to hundreds of dealership to ensure that you are getting the exact car. We also went through a very tough phase, which was during COVID epidemic, where our clients wanted certain vehicles and they were not available, or they wanted a pre-owned one, but those were selling 10,000, 15,000, $20,000 over the market price. And it doesn't make sense because the moment you buy and drive it off the lot or off the dealership, you are losing that money and it just goes in fumes, it just goes in fires. And so, how do you tackle that? How do you ensure that the car is availed to our clients and also we are not overpaying? That resulted into us being very grateful to serve more than 800 plus clients across US and Canada over the last 4 years. We are working full time Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. And also, we are available on ad hoc basis on Sundays because certain people only get time and bandwidth on Sundays. So, you will rest assured, you will always get communication, periodic updates, and a constant overview about where we are in the process, how we are progressing, and whatever the feedback you are sharing. It's an iterative loop. We will modify, we'll adjust accordingly and ensure that we are moving towards market research, understanding the pricing, test drives if you would like to do, and then eventually the negotiations with multiple dealership, and then the deal closure where we review the paperwork, we work on the financing or leasing or cash deal, whatever you're looking for, and then move it towards the closure. I'll take a pause here.
Cool.
Just open it up to you if you have any queries on that front. I will share the screen along the way, show you behind the scenes about the spreadsheets and the data collection and the outreach to the dealerships the way we do. But before that, if you have any points for if you're pondering on or if you have questions, then we can review that.
Awesome. Um, so I guess you'll talk about this at some point, but what's the fee that you guys charge
Yes,
for this
great
service?
question. Very good question, and it's good to hash that out right away. Is that if you're looking to finance, lease, or pay in cash, any make and model up to $100,000, our fee is $1,000, which is $500 payable as we kick off the engagement, as we welcome you, as we onboard you. And then the second part, which is the $500 payable once you have purchased the car, once you have the keys to your vehicle, and once you walk home happy, satisfied, and have a wonderful experience.
Cool.
So that makes sure that my team is always on the toes to deliver the promises and to provide the negotiated savings, what we are promising as we kick off the engagement.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, and if you have a trade in, let's say if you have an existing car, if you want to sell that at the highest appraisal value or fetch the maximum value of that, and then also purchase a new car, then it is $1,500. It's the same concept, $500 payable as we kick off or as we begin the process, and then the $1,000 payable once the complete transaction is completed.
Got it.
Yes.
Um, and would you recommend that you turn in a car to the dealer or sell it separately? Like what gives you a higher price or a higher,
Yes.
yeah.
Great question. And so we do something called value for money, where we take the information of your current car, which is VIN number, make, model, trim, miles driven, if there is any accident or scratches, etc., interior photos, exterior photos, and so on. And then we do a massive outreach to about 50 dealerships within your vicinity, within 100 miles preferably. And also we look at the options on Carvana, Vroom, CarMax, etc. And also the KBB offers. And then we create a full tabulated document to see if we go as a standalone, what is the maximum value which we are fetching. Then we keep
Hmm.
that point of reference in mind. Then the second step is we initiate the process of the new car or a pre-owned car which you are looking to purchase or a certified one, anything we are able to serve. And then we get the lowest price from one of the dealership. And then after that, we let them know that we have a trade as well and see what value they are offering. So the purchase price minus the trade price minus the tax savings what we get, that is additional benefit what we get, and what is the value, that is what is the cost of getting a new car after the trade. We keep that as one number. And then the second engagement is, let's say we just purchase and we sell it offline, that is not to that dealer, And then what is the difference? Our goal
Hmm.
is to bring that difference to the minimum possible.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
So we'll do a thorough calculation. We'll share that entire data and documentation with you. And then consultatively, we'll decide based upon your feedback as to what step we have to take.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So that way we are not losing out a single dollar in this entire process. And we are also very, very aware that you are paying $1,000 as a fee. So not only in terms of the time saving and the convenience, but there has to be a financial savings, right? Which we call
Yeah,
cost savings. So our entire objective is that at least you should be saving 2.5 to 3x plus plus. That is minimum $3,000. And I'm talking absolute savings. It's not just that we'll find a dealership code where they've already put $5,000 as the margins, and then we are just for the namesake negotiating 3,000 and showing it to you that okay, we have negotiated, right? And the word spread around very quickly. So over the last 4 years, we have now closer to 100 plus Google reviews. We have more than 200 plus social media, text, email reviews, and we take very seriously each and every deal. And each and every transaction for our clients is very, very personalized, tailored to your taste and preferences, and ensure that you are deriving immense value out of this engagement.
cool. Sounds awesome.
Thank you. So, I'll take a moment. Any other questions, Juan?
Those were the two main questions I had. So let's go ahead.
Okay, sure. And yes, this entire engagement is valid for 2 months, which is 60 days. So we want to make sure
Right.
that we give you enough time to review everything. But at the same time, there is a definitive timeline for us to move
Mhm.
forward towards the purchase. But we are very flexible. Let's say if you have to travel, or if any quarter end work comes along the way, or if you are focused on the business, or touch wood, but something happens to your family because life happens, and we have had this incidents coming in, then we are flexible. It will not be like, okay, Juan, now it's 60 days is done. Thank you very much. It will never be like that. But it's just as a frame of reference for us to take that step. And if you feel, no, I need to do more market research, your team must gather these five more parameters, then we do a re-engagement where additional
Got it.
$500 you have to pay as just the market research plus the curation process. And then once you purchase the car, that remaining $500 or the $1,000 becomes payable. So we are kind of very, very fluid in terms of engaging with you and ensure that you are getting, again, the maximum value out of this process.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. So before I share any random deals or any random, I would say, the negotiations, what we have done, is there any particular make or model you have in mind, or you are just kind of like very, very initial state that you are looking around? Where are we with the process so that I can focus our discussions accordingly?
Honestly, we are looking to buy a Toyota Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it has to be all-wheel drive.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only thing. Yeah.
All right. And
So
have you test driven a Sienna before?
no, that's something we would love to do.
Okay, we'll take
We,
care of that. Yes.
yeah, nice. Because we went to a dealership on Saturday. Uh,
Okay.
Actually, right as we came out of the Toyota dealership is when I think you called me or
Yes, we
somebody
got
called me.
connected. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they didn't have a Sienna.
Oh,
So yeah, so we weren't able to test drive it. But yeah.
okay. Yeah. So, on that note, what we do is, first of all, we'll locate exact all-wheel drive Sienna within 15 to max 20-mile radius of your zip code and ensure that they have the Sienna in place. So we have become a little bit more smarter, you can call it, than the dealership because we know all the games, all the tactics that they would play to get the people walk into the dealership. So
Hmm.
we ask them, hey, Matthew, hey, John, whoever you are, please share the exact Sienna photos to us. So we make them walk out at the dealership lot, to take them the live video. We also do FaceTime video with them sometimes if required, or we ask them to take the photos and send it to us, because all the live listings which are there on cars.com, autotrader.com, cargurus.com, the vehicle might have been sold, but they never
Yeah.
deactivate the listing because they want to generate, essentially from the business viewpoint, more inquiries.
Hmm.
So we have that due diligence step in place. Plus, we set up a definitive time when you are going to visit the dealership. The car is made sure to be clean and ready in the front of the lot. We also inform them that he is not going to purchase the car. So they are just coming for an experience, to take it for a spin in the city roads as well as preferably on a freeway, so that you can experience it completely. And then once they complete that test drive process, you let them leave the place and call us for the further discussion. So we make sure that our clients are not held there, and they just try to say, okay, buy this today, because then you will just lose that experience and it will go out of the window. So
Hmm.
these are all the things which are being pre-catered to them. And throughout this entire process, your email or your phone number is never shared with any dealership till the final moment. So you are not inundated or bombarded with multiple calls and multiple texts throughout the day, telling them that, hey, today is the last day, the deal will be off the table, and so on and so forth. We know with our experience of doing that market research for almost 1,000 people, is that if one car goes, for sure there'll be one more car. And if not within 20 miles, it will be within 50 miles. But it will
Hmm.
be there, right? So we never chase their, I would say, artificially inflated, um, I would say, hype that, okay, you have to pay this, otherwise you're not going to get the car. We know based upon our market trends, market research, and market price that this is the best and the final price which we have to pay, which should include the registration, taxes, title, and license fees. So
Hmm.
that way we focus on the OTD, out the door price. And then once we have the total cost of ownership, then we bifurcate into three major aspects, which would be either financing, leasing, or what will be the final price to pay in cash. So that way we are not starting with the monthly payments and then they spin around, whether it's 36 months or 48 months or 72 months, because
Yeah.
they never like to talk what we call the big elephant in the room. And so we get the total price first and then we move towards that. Plus, if you are looking to either finance or lease, we will only submit the finance application after reserving the vehicle. What I mean by
Hmm.
that, again, dealerships are very, very smart. And they will take your credit application, they will run your credit score, you will have that minus 5 point deduction. And after that, they'll say the car is sold, and then they will try to sell you something that it's not getting sold by them for a long time. So what we do is we will pay a $500 refundable deposit using your credit card or a debit card, and then ask them to run the credit application, so that for the next 72 hours legally they cannot sell this car to anyone else in the country. So once application is done, once we have the APR or the leasing rate, which is money factor and residual value, then we again negotiate back and forth for one more day and get to the lowest totem pole, that is the lowest possible negotiated price, and then ask them to prepare a final contract for review. Once the contract is ready, then we go ahead and you either walk into a dealership or the car is delivered to your doorstep, and the paperwork is completed. You will be making the final payment directly to the dealership. It does not touch our bank account. You are a direct owner. You're purchasing a car directly from a dealership. We are just a mediator and a concierge to make sure it's done in the most correct and the logical manner.
Great. I love it.
Okay, sure. So,
Who doesn't love it? I like, yeah, this makes so much sense.
Thank you. Yes, yes. And every day it's always a learning curve for us because they will just throw some curveballs and we know how to hold them accountable and go past that to keep serving along the way. And so Akansha, she is one of our team members, a business consultant on the team. Let me just quickly ask her to share some of the Toyota Sienna deals which we have done. So I can exactly show you those spreadsheets so that you will be able to reference it. But by the time she does, let me also show you one more. Can you share me whether you are looking for a new one or a pre-owned one?
So what I've read is that the pre-owned ones go almost the same for almost the same price as the pre-owned one. I mean, as the new ones. Uh, I don't know if that's true or not, but
Yeah.
so we're thinking of buying. To answer your question, we're thinking of buying a new one
Okay.
just because the discount isn't that much.
Yes, yes. And Toyota holds very good value.
Hmm.
Unlike the German cars, where it depreciates a lot quicker, here with like Japanese or the Toyotas, yeah, if you will even buy a new or a pre-owned one, it will have that same residual value even after 2 or 3 years, and it goes miles and miles along the way. So now that being said,
Nice.
let me just quickly pull up the Sienna deal here. Let me see if she has shared some along the way. Akansha, are you there?
Yes, sir, 1 minute.
Yes, yes. Please share the Sienna deals. In the meantime, I'll just walk him through this deal here. So you visited our website yesterday, right? Yes.
Hmm.
So this is all the places where we have, by the time she's sending these spreadsheets, I mean, we have tons of spreadsheet, but I'm just want to make sure that we show you the Sienna one. And so these are all the reviews, like the Google, email, LinkedIn, text, and social media reviews. You can go through this, all the actual client name, the full first name, last name is there. That's the actual screenshot. Nothing is fabricated here so that you can see the experience, some of the photos that they have shared, and it just goes on and on. This is one of the clients who purchased two vehicles through us. So he mentions that not only did I save a lot of money, I saved time, hassle, stress, and the general unpleasantness that comes with buying cars. So essentially, the dealership experience. So like that, she is one of my very good friends, so she came up with a tagline, negotiating a deal, call my friend Neil. So it rhymes pretty quickly and nicely. And so also people are using it for selling their cars here. So not only buying, but selling as well. This is a LinkedIn comment. This is a Mercedes purchase deal done, leasing a 2024 runner like that. This is Ford Broncos over here. Neil and Shivani were great here. Cosmas is here. This is where she got to know about Car Concierge. Again, 2017 Kia Soul. Yeah, so like that, there are a lot of reviews. You can go through it. Some of our clients are very generous enough to even share the photos of them in person. And like that, this is me. I'm the founder and the chief negotiator over here. This is all the services what we have, the buying, leasing, selling, as well as the add-on services. And then here are all of our media features. So again, we are super grateful that we have been featured across a lot of Voyage Phoenix, OpenPR, Canvas, Bold Journey. They have written an article, usnews.com. Some of the press release also we have done, Shout Out Arizona, have been on podcasts as well, etc. And so in the meantime, I'll just show you. This is how you can expect a spreadsheet. So we'll be filling out what we call a client requirement form along the way to understand what exactly you are looking for. So basically, it's a form where we'll understand what kind of vehicle you are looking to purchase, by when are you looking to purchase the vehicle. So we again align our efforts based upon the timeline what you are looking at. The year will be 2025 as you are looking for a new one. The make would be Toyota Sienna, trim level, etc. So just in 2 to 5 minutes now, we'll fill that out and we'll go ahead and submit this. And let me just stop the screen share and see if I have got some actual Sienna documents. Yes, I have found. Oh, wow. She has sent me a lot of them. Yeah. So let me just put that real quick and do that. Yes, Dhawal was also there. Perfect. All right. So I'll just share my screen once again over here. So here is one of our clients. He was looking for a 2023 Toyota Sienna, where we understood all-wheel drive, exactly aligning with your preference. The name is Kamal Nath. The exterior colors and the interior color. So we also make sure that we are collecting your color preference so that we exactly are able to find that the zip code, and the client was open that you can search across USA. So we did that. And then this is one of the particular notes. So we'll consider the above mentioned packages if we get a good deal. So he would have mentioned certain packages here. So yeah, this was the package, which was XSC plus package, all weather floor liner package, mudguards, body side molding, doors, sill protectors, rear bumper, applique, etc. And then this was the budget, and then timeline was depending upon the deal he gets. So this is all the listings what we did. So you can see how many listings we do, the dealership name, the trim level, how far is the vehicle from your place, on the exterior color, the interior color, the MSRP, the phone number of the dealership, what is the availability. So you can see not available, not available, not available, available in transit. So then we go for the comment like that. And then we don't take no for an answer. You can see how many listings we have done. So some of the listings like get sold out. Some of the listings, the dealership is like putting a lot of markups and a lot of margins in that. So we walk away out of the deal because we know it doesn't make sense financially and it's not practically viable, while you have a lot more options to go through it. And then while we do
Mhm.
that, some of the vehicles also get sold. So you can see how many vehicles have got sold. Literally this many,
Mhm.
because Toyota is a very fast moving inventory. So if you don't do a deal within 2 days, guess what? There is another customer who will go ahead and purchase it. But we don't take no for an answer. We literally found more and more options along the way, and that's how we were able to get the deals. And this was the CRV trade he was looking for. So again, Illinois. So we would find a lot of different dealerships, how far the dealership is, and what is the proposed appraisal value you are getting. And then all of this is communicated via email in detail. While as the founder, I'm marked in the CC, but you will be working with a client management team. So one of the team members will be dedicated and solely assigned to this process, while other team members are also in the loop. So if he or she goes on a leave or is occupied with another negotiation process, then your work is not getting hampered. There is always someone who
Mhm.
is able to continue the process and drive it forward. So this is another client of ours who was looking for a pre-owned Toyota Sienna over here, less than 50,000 miles. This were all of the features what he was expecting. So sometimes if you call the dealership and say, hey, I'm looking for like 10 different things, they would literally hang up, and we have experienced that. So again, we will go work with multiple dealers to ensure that they listen to what exactly we are looking for, and they must have the exact vehicle in the dealership or in transit for us to even discuss further with them. And so we work out, sometimes we do a cross pollination. In a sense, we'll ask the dealership, hey, your sister dealership has it over here, we found it online, Can you please call them and bring it here? So that way we also save the shipping cost. If it is like more than 1,000 miles away, no point of paying shipping if both the dealerships are owned by the same owner. So those kind of mapping and analysis is also performed by the team. And here the client literally said best deal. So he was very, very
Mhm.
shrewd in terms of like getting the Sienna. So you can see how many listings we have done. So this is one of the listings what we did for Sienna. We went through it. So in pre-owned ones, we also look at the Carfax report, ensure that there is no accident. We also look at a dealership inspection report to make sure that all the services are done, all the pre-point inspection is completed thoroughly. We also looked at the Sienna hybrid. So he was not sure whether he want to go for gasoline or wanted to go for hybrid. So we did that. 18 to 20 models also we did. So you can see all the mapping analysis here. We did year, trim, exterior, interior, online price, miles driven to really do a comparison where we are getting the more value for money. What is the accident status looks like, and the ones which will be more in green color, the one where it is whether it is 8 passengers or 7 passengers. So he was asking us to compare both of them. And then we again did the Toyota Sienna 2021 model. So with the previous client, it was only two tabs and he was happy. We got a best negotiated deal and he purchased it. With this client, he asked us to do multiple calculation, multiple options review, multiple analysis. So we even did it further. So it's completely, I would say, focused and done as per your feedback and as per how much detail you want us to pull from the market research. And this is where we do something what is internal to us, but miles versus online price. So we
Mhm.
plot a graph in the car, and we can also new. It's very simple. It's just the price essentially. But in pre-owned, we don't know whether we should focus more on miles or focus more on price. So in that case, we plot this curve, and anything below the red line, which is facing down, are the good value for money deals. So very, very
Mhm.
objectively, right? We are not putting any emotion
Yeah.
to the equation. And so just a full disclosure, last year when I wanted to purchase my new car, I told my team to do it. Even though I'm a shrewd negotiator, because we know, right, as a consumer, as a user, we will get emotionally attached to the vehicle. And then you are not able to think logically. You will be like, okay, it's fine. Let me pay $3,000 more. I'll make it somewhere. But why to do that?
Yeah.
When you have a professional team, professional folks, and buying a car is typically a second largest purchase after buying your house. So we have to be very, very careful. So that level of support the team has provided, not only on the professional side but also on my personal purchase. So all these details, data analysis, we were able to go through it. So this is all the things. This is one of the other client of ours, again a Toyota, not a Sienna but a RAV4. uh, she wanted all these features, so we actually highlighted in yellow because she was very, very meticulous, and she said, I don't care whether it's 3,000 miles away, 2,000 miles away, 1,000 miles away. I want the car to have all these features. Otherwise, don't come back to me, guys. And she is one of a very popular YouTube influencer with more than 5 million subscribers. And she's like, if you do it right, I'll just push you guys through my network. And I'm like, okay, tough one. But we love to take on the challenge. And we did it. Here you can see that we literally created a graph to show her where you are getting the most value for money. Depreciation on MSRP, the miles driven, how far is the
Nice.
vehicle, what is the OTD price, what is the listing price, which dealership it is at, what are the key features in each of those, and then the plotting of the graphs, etc. These are all the listings we did, and you can see all the features what she was looking for. We specifically highlighted in orange color to make sure that those features are encapsulated. And one of my team member will be literally on the call with the dealership to let them know that this whether you have these features or not, because not every time in the window sticker or the build document what we get, we have that information available. So
Mhm.
yes, I can talk for hours, but I'll take a pause here, Juan, to open it up for any queries or questions you have.
Um, yeah, I guess obviously depending on what you guys think, but if we find a good deal uh and it is a used Sienna, I would be open to that, but it has to be like significant.
Yep, yep.
Um, so anyway.
We'll plot three spreadsheets for you. One for the new, let's do one more for certified one, okay, and one for the used one, and then see what is the price ranging in the market. And if it is like $2,000, sorry, 2,000 miles driven, but $5,000 less, then definitely that's a preferred one. And trust
Right.
me,
Yeah, that makes sense.
there is always something which we can find if we are just looking at it, because several clients of ours, they will make us work for 2 3 months to buy a luxury Beamer or a Mercedes, and then they will purchase it. And after 2 weeks, they're like, okay, I don't like this car, just sell it off. So things happen, right?
Okay, got it. That's insane. But yeah,
Yes,
I
yes,
get it.
yes. People do that. And so the
Yeah.
reason why I'm telling you this example is there might be buyers like Sienna buyers who would have purchased it and then it would not be a right fit for them. So they will sell it at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 miles. So if we find something like that, we'll keep our eyes open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good
And
stuff.
you'll get a full table explained properly for the certified used as well as for the new one. And then collectively we can take a call.
Cool.
Yes. And even before we do that, we'll coordinate a test drive to a nearby dealership. At that time, don't focus on the price because when the test drive experience is there, we always prefer I would say, the closest or the nearest dealership, because anyways, we are
Hmm.
not bothered at what price they are selling. It's more about, do you have all the features what you're looking for? All-wheel drive, Sienna, and then we'll ask more features, seven-seater, eight-seater, etc. Once we find that, you go and test drive. If everything looks good, then we start a detailed listing down of all the options. One thing I forgot to share is that the listing is not simply for from cars.com, because anyone can do it, right? You can also go spend half an hour, you can call for a dealership, you can negotiate and finish it up. But we curate and we list down from 14 major listing platforms. So it
Okay.
includes cars.com, cargurus.com, Auto Trader, Carfax, True Car, KBB, then their auto list, and so on and so forth. So we have that master list in place, and you will see we openly share that master list with our clients as well. So you can see that we are fetching that information from all major platforms. So that way we are not missing out any options which is publicly listed online. And then while we do this process, we also build that rapport with about 7 to 10 Toyota dealership in the neighborhood to let them know that, hey, if you get Sienna, which you don't have, let's say if they don't have it, please let us know immediately. Even if it is like, if it is just come for the trade or if it is on the transit and you're looking for a buyer, we are going to purchase it. So till the last moment, the dealership only knows that they are buying for Neil or they are buying for Akansha on the team. We never disclose your name or where you are located, nothing. Only we take the zip code of yours to get the exact taxes and title and registration amount. And then in the final nth hour, we say, okay, it's for Mr. Juan, and we do the introduction. So that way,
Okay.
it's not that then they will do all the profiling and trying to figure out what type of amount they should charge more or charge less, etc. So that those kind of equations and systems are in place.
Got it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thanks, Neil. This was great. Send me the form, I'll fill it out and we'll get started.
Sure. So what I'll do is we will take 5 minutes if you have. We'll fill out the form right away.
I have to hop,
You
actually.
have to
I have to
hop.
go.
Okay, sure. I'll send a link to the form and I'll send an invoice of $500 depending upon your bandwidth throughout the day. You can fill both of them and we'll get started right away.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Awesome. All right. Sounds good, Neil. Thanks.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Welcome
Yeah,
aboard.
bye. Thanks.